Hey guys, I'm here with Joose, who also started his digital nomad journey at the same time like me, like 2.5 years ago. And today we are just talking about being a digital nomad and the first steps, how we started and what kind of experience we made in the past years. And yeah, I'm pretty excited for today. Thank you for being here.
Me too, thank you for having me.
Yeah, maybe you can just say who you are, what you are doing currently, where are you living. We are in Bali, by the way. So yeah, maybe just explain who you are.
Yeah, my name is Joose. I have a YouTube channel and Instagram named Joose the Nomad. Yeah, I'm from Finland, 27 years old. I've been living 2.5 years now as a digital nomad and having my own business and doing a lot of things here in Bali and also other places in Southeast Asia. I had always this dream to move to Bali, and a few years ago I started trying to do different online businesses and everything failed. But in the end I stick with Instagram and content creation and social media stuff, and then I started YouTube later, and now that's what I've been focusing on for the last few years, 1 or 2 years, just on YouTube and living my life here in Bali and enjoying life basically, and working a lot for my YouTube and trying to build my business.
Yeah, maybe for the people who were watching my videos like 2 years ago, I guess they still know you, hopefully. So yeah,
the same guy.
Same guy. Yeah, so the last 2.5 years has been very tense and crazy for us, I would say, because we traveled to Bali without any plan, or we gave up our life in Finland and Germany just
to be happy.
No, just to create a new life and to chase our dream lives, I would say.
Yeah.
And we actually made it, and we are still sitting here in Bali. And yeah, I guess it's definitely just a big journey for both of us. Actually, I know your whole journey. It's nice to see like where you came from, where I came from. Now we are sitting here, reached a lot of our dreams, I would say, or we definitely reached the life which we always dreamed of, and it's so cool.
Yeah, definitely. Like, we come from a little bit similar backgrounds, that we were not happy in our home country and we had this dream but didn't really know how to make it happen, but we tried hard and our paths happened to cross randomly because of LCA, and yeah, it has been super cool to see both of our journeys, and yeah, here we are.
There's actually what's the name? In German you would say mobs. What's the name for this dog?
Pug?
Pug, yeah. Oh my god.
Going crazy.
What would you say, what do you need to know before becoming a digital nomad or before having your own business? What's the main thing you should know before doing that?
Yeah, I think for me, what I always think and what I saw many people trying to build their business living here, dreaming about it. So I have, of course, my own experience and my friends, but also like so many people. And it seems like for me that the main thing is to just like really think what do you want to do in life? What is meaningful for you? And not just chase the money, kinda. Because that's the mistake I did for years. I was just like, what is the next easiest thing I can make money with? And
you have a Pug in our video.
Okay. And yeah, it's very important to really use time for that. Like, think what is the life you actually want to live, and works towards that instead of just trying to make it happen as soon as possible. Of course, like if you dream about living this lifestyle, it's good to try to make it soon and not just think that maybe one day. But
this was for me the biggest problem actually. I started traveling like a long time ago to Australia and Asia, and then I went back to Germany, and I didn't know where to go because I saw what's out there. There are so many different kind of like countries out there.
Yeah.
I don't know, just a lot of crazy things. My biggest regret, for example, it's not a regret, it's a learning curve, right? But I would say that I waited too long to finally take this step to go out of my comfort zone and finally to chase my dream life.
Yeah.
I don't know how you made this experience. Like, was it very clear that you always wanted to have this kind of life, or how it started?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely for a long time it was my dream to live in Bali, but I have my own business. I never liked to work for like a normal 9-to-5 job, have a boss and go to the office. I hated that. I hated school. I studied in university, but I didn't like that. I knew that I want to live here. I saw that like the lifestyle.
Yeah.
But the problem was that I didn't know how to actually make money. Yeah, I think it's very important if you want to live this lifestyle to just start taking the steps. Like in the beginning, it's hard to know what you want to do. Basically, anything is possible. There's a million ways to make money. Anything is possible. Of course, it's good to think what is good way to make money nowadays in this world situation we have, but the most important is to find something you enjoy, and you can't know that before trying a lot of things. That's what I did. tried Amazon FBA, having Shopify store like drop shipping and different kind of website stuff and a lot of things, and I didn't enjoy those, but now I know I don't enjoy those, and I found what is my thing. So in the beginning I would say it's super important to try a lot of things and find what is something you actually enjoy for long term, because it always takes few years usually to
That's true, yeah.
have a successful business. It always takes time, so it needs to be something you actually enjoy doing for long term. And when you find the thing, then you just need to stick with it. Like sometimes it can take way longer than you expect to be successful with that.
Yeah.
But if you just stick with it, get better every day, taking steps, you will be successful if you really want to have that kind of business, and then it's possible to be in the situation we are now, that you're actually doing it, like you're actually living here. It's possible for anybody.
Yeah, especially when you have like, if you like to create content, for example, or whatever, if you really enjoy what you're doing, you're getting better in one thing, and then you can, I guess you can monetize everything which you really like, or where you're really good in it, right? Yeah.
Especially, like that's what I learned here in Bali, meeting so many people doing different things, that you can monetize anything, and there's so many different ways. So I think that's also, it's good to take the leap sometime and just move here, even if you don't really exactly know what you're doing. That's what we both did. And learning from other people here is like, oh, there's so many ways to actually make money, and there's so many different strategies and paths.
It's crazy, right?
Yeah.
Like sometimes you're talking to people, you're like, you're making money.
Yeah.
You have a really good business.
Yeah, and it's hard to, like, you can't know that from Finland or Germany.
Yeah.
Like you can't, like you never see it as people.
Yeah.
So you have this like limited vision of like what's possible in life. But being here, it's really eye-opening sometimes to see all the ways. And yeah,
Sure.
I have a question for you. You started doing YouTube again after a long time.
Yeah.
Why did you start doing YouTube?
That's a good question. Because, I don't know, my focus switched kinda when we started the social media agency or the company.
Yeah.
And it makes sense that my focus switched, but at the same time I really like just to express myself and to create my own thing as well. I really love what we are doing, definitely. But at the same time it just makes fun to talk with you, to talk with inspiring people, or just to create content for myself. So that's how I kinda started. And actually that's an interesting thing. I made a meditation retreat 2 months ago, 1.5 months ago, and I didn't had my phone for 2 or 3 days, and I turned my phone in flight mode, and I really just focused on meditation. I was like surrounded by people who also participated on this meditation retreat, and because of this a lot of things like came up what I want to do. And because I feel like in this time right now, especially your distractions are everywhere. There's so many things what you could do, but this meditation retreat, this was like a specific kind of changing point. I really realized that I want to start again. That's actually this is how it went.
Yeah, that's really good. I also feel like YouTube is, for a lot of people, would be something that is nice to do in life, to just share.
Yeah.
And maybe it will be a successful business one day, but it is nice to have a platform to share.
Sure. Like, and what I also learned, like back then, like 2 years ago when we started YouTube, I pressured myself so much that I need to do successful videos.
Yeah.
But I didn't enjoy it after some time anymore, because I pressured myself. I was like always chasing for views kind of thing. And I only created videos which were doing well on YouTube. And now I really exactly you know what's going well and what's going not well. It's also important, just if you enjoy something, don't chase for numbers. I mean, you can do it for sure, but at the same time, just enjoy creating videos. And that's what I'm doing right now.
I think it's really good for you, because you have another business that is successful and you get money from that, so you don't need because for me sometimes when YouTube is the main thing I want to do, it is a little bit hard to find the balance between. I learned to do it much better now that I try to actually enjoy making the videos and making videos that I want to make, that I would, like when I was stuck in Finland, I would want to see. I try to think it that way, and not chase the numbers too much. But then, of course, when it's your business, you also sometimes need to little bit like try to change the numbers, because you need it for the income and being successful. So it's definitely a struggle sometimes to.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, in my case, I just pressured myself too much. But I'm happy to create videos again. What would you say, what were your biggest fears or challenges in the beginning when you started, or when you decided to go to Bali and to try it, to give it a try? Or also during the last 2.5 years, maybe you have some specific topics.
I mean, coming to Bali, it was just the mindset I had was that, okay, I have money enough to be here for a few months. So I didn't really, back then I didn't even think that it's possible that I would do how I did it, that I just never go back to Finland basically. I mean, just for like to visit, but like I thought that whatever, like at least I will stay here for a few months and it will be fun. But I think with YouTube, of course, when I started it, the fear was like, what are people thinking about me? What if it's not successful? It's always hard to, especially when it's so visible for the whole world, your journey and like how it goes. Like, what if there's no views? What if no one likes the videos? It was very scary feeling. And then the next scary feeling was after I was here for a few weeks or month or a few months, I realized that I really don't want to go back to Finland. Like, I really want to just keep living this lifestyle. So it was very scary, like what if I don't actually make enough money and I need to go back home even if I really don't want to. So there was like that scarcity with time and money because the time was running out. So it was quite scary. Especially after, like when I met my ex-girlfriend here, after that it was even more scary because I was like, I have everything here, like I have a girlfriend here, I have my business I like to do here. It was very scary to think about the winter in Finland, like it's dark and going back working in an office or studying. And I was like, I really don't want to make like, but that's so motivating. Like it's good sometimes to be in that position that you really need to make it work because that's exactly what you want.
Yeah, you're really committed to yourself and to your way, I would say. It's the same like me. I didn't have a plan B, you know, like just plan A, a little bit of money, and then like let's go. There's no other way for us. What would you say, like, how does your daily life look like at the moment? Do you have like a specific routine? Do you think it's hard to have like a good routine, or how's your life looking like right now?
Yeah, it definitely has been a struggle sometimes to find a balance here because I always want to work on my business. There's always a million things to do. So sometimes I struggle with working too much and sometimes I get so burnt out that then I don't work at all. So it has been hard to find a balance. And also I have, like, there's so many activities I want to do. I want to play paddle all the time. I surf. I do boxing, Muay Thai, running, gym. There's like so many activities to do. And then of course, like, it's nice to meet people, do things with friends. Sometimes it's nice to just relax, work on the business, film videos. Like, there's so much that I sometimes struggle with. Like, there's just too many things that I want to do. Like, that's a good problem to have compared to Finland. There was nothing I want to do, kind of. So it's a good problem to have, but sometimes it's very hard to find the balance. And what I nowadays try to do is to have some kind of structure of like how often I do different sports and activities, and sometimes also have some times to just rest because I sometimes didn't do that at all. And then also filming, so it's easy to get here a little bit overwhelmed and tired and exhausted from everything because there's so many things to do.
And I always the same sometimes, but I guess it's about priorities sometimes.
Yeah,
setting up priorities.
Yeah, that's the thing. Prioritizing what is the most important. Yeah, that's what I find also. But it's hard when there's so many things you want to prioritize at the same time.
So people also, like, sometimes people are asking for coffee and then you need to say, I really need to work actually.
Yeah, it's so damn hard here sometimes.
It's like this, yeah.
But yeah, I think in like your daily life, what I found the best thing is to try to find in everyday time to, like, every day there's some time to relax, there's some time to work, there's some time to meet people, there's some time to do some sports. Like most days, if you can find some kind of schedule or routine or something that you can kind of do all those things, then I think it will be okay. And then it's okay sometimes to have a day just to rest, it's okay sometimes to have the day just to work.
Yeah, that's true.
But like generally have like some kind of flow of doing all the things you need to feel good in your life and also just grow and keep building.
I have this sometimes that I'm just thinking when I'm not working that I'm unproductive or that I'm not feeling well or I don't deserve to play paddle now, or you know what I mean? Yeah. I have this sometimes.
I think that's why it's so good to even work a little bit, like just focused work, sometimes slot at least for like 2 hours in a day. You can get a lot of done with that and then you feel good to go play paddle and just relax.
Do you have like a work schedule, or like are you working like 7 days a week, or like do you have one specific day which is off, like where you just do spa or whatever? Or
it was a few years that I had 0 free days in my life forever, like just no holidays, no free days from working. I do enjoy myself better like working at least a little bit every day instead of having like a weekend to not do any work. I do enjoy that a lot, but sometimes it's good to sometimes have just like full day free and just. Well, actually, for the last I think for me the problem is that I go a little bit too much based on my feelings. I think it's good to like listen to yourself. Sometimes it's if I'm super exhausted and tired, it's good to take some time off. And sometimes when I really feel like working, I can work for the whole day.
Yeah.
And that's also good. But yeah, it's the balance because sometimes it's good to do work even if you don't feel like it. That's my challenge always, to listen to myself, but also sometimes
just to keep going.
I could work more. But yeah, it's the balance because sometimes there's time periods in my life the last 3 years that I worked way too much, just all the time, and don't do anything else.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's also hard because sometimes here I feel like I'm stressed. I'm pushing myself, like I need to work more. So then sometimes I feel so tired that I can't work, but at the same time I don't give myself the time to just go to the beach and relax.
Yeah.
So it's hard to. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we still. Yeah, I mean, life is about learning, but I have actually the same. Yeah, sometimes it's just like I don't know. You guys see, maybe you have the same experience, but it's all about like finding a balance kind of thing, and
it's so hard.
What would you say you love the most about your current life? Is there one specific thing which makes you every day happy or whatever? Or
I wouldn't say I'm every day happy.
No, that's.
But better than in Finland. Than in Finland. But yeah, like what I really enjoy is to work on something that I find meaningful and see myself doing long term, and what I find meaningful in the world. So I feel like I'm really doing what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah.
That's really good feeling. Like I didn't have that always here, but now the last like half a year I felt that. So that's super nice, and also just the lifestyle. Yeah, like it's nice weather always. Yeah, I'm always during the sunny season in these destinations. So basically it's always good weather. So it's really nice to be always able to go for a walk or go to the beach and it's like sunny and get some sun. I really do enjoy that, and just having the lifestyle of going to the cafes every day, eating good food, and everything is affordable, having so many activities. I really do enjoy that, and that's why it's so hard to imagine living in Finland anymore, because everything is just
it's just
nice
different,
and,
right? And what would you say? What's one thing? It's getting warmer here.
What?
And what do you think? What do you think? Like, are you missing something? Like, I can imagine. Like, for me, it's sometimes, or not sometimes, but yeah, it's hard sometimes not to see the family and friends in Germany, for example. I don't know how it. Is it also like the family for you, or anything else as well? Or?
Yeah, I've been pretty much every year so far. I've been 2 months in Finland visiting during the summer, so that has helped it a lot because, of course, by time like I miss more and more my friends and family in Finland. But yeah, I find it so far, like if I have some times every year to go there and spend a lot of time with them that time, I think it's quite okay because I can still call them. I always calling my mom and calling my friends, and there's a lot in this relationship with my best friends and my family that I can still like keep it going over the phone or like a video call. So I find it quite okay.
And your parents are visiting you
soon.
soon.
A friend was just visiting a few weeks ago here, and my parents are coming in December. So
that's so cool.
Yeah, I think that's definitely something that I felt this whole time here, that it would be so cool because often people, they would want to visit but they don't have money or time or something. So I always dream about being as successful that I can just fly them here, like I can, and then they can stay with me. So I definitely would want my friends. Yeah, my best friend from Finland, he still haven't visited me during these 2.5 years, so that's a little bit sad. I would really enjoy if he could come, for example, just for like a few weeks or month and just do things here, what I do with him. So yeah, I think like the perfect life that I see for myself is pretty much to do the same thing, hopefully have at one point my own house, own villa here, to have a little bit more like stable home, and being able to take my friends and family to visit more often and spend time also here on top of sometimes visiting Finland and spending time with them back there.
Yeah, but that's so cool that your parents are visiting actually you soon, because I don't know, like the last 2.5 years you are living kind of most of the time on Bali, and they don't know. I mean, for me, I'm always telling my mom what I'm doing, but she doesn't know anything about Bali or Indonesia or whatever, you know. She doesn't know anything about my life here, so same for your parents, I guess, right?
It's definitely cool to show, like, so this is the lifestyle I'm living, this is the place. But I'm also scared.
Why?
Because there's a lot of things that go wrong in Bali, like getting like illness from the mosquitoes, and there's
they have you.
Yeah, I will take care of them.
Okay, one last question for people who also wants to become like digital nomads or want to build their own company or want to move to Bali or whatever. What would you recommend to people who are just starting or wants to become a digital nomad?
Yeah, I think we talked about it already a little
Yeah.
bit, but yeah, I think the most important is to find your thing. Like, what
Mhm.
is something you find meaningful for long term, and never give up.
Mm.
That's my advice.
Yeah, that's
Just
actually
keep working on it every day. It will
Yeah.
happen one day.
yeah, true.
Yeah.
Yeah, just keep going and don't lose your mind, because
Yeah.
sometimes I lost my mind a little bit, or
Yeah.
getting stressed, or sometimes also like, yeah, I mean, it's always like, because you're responsible for your own life, you know. It's not like a normal job, like a
Yeah.
9 to 5 job where you go to work and just when you go
Yeah.
home you can do whatever you want. You don't need to think about work anymore. So I mean, it's a huge difference, but yeah, you work on your own life and on your own thing, and I think this is the cool thing about becoming not only a digital nomad but also like to do your own thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. I would say also that it's not for everybody,
yeah, sure.
but I would say that for many people it is
Mhm.
what they should do and would be more happy to do in life.
Yeah,
So yeah, definitely give it a try if you feel like that's for you, and you can always go back to your normal life. So
Okay.
there's not much to lose.
sure.
Yeah, definitely worth it for me and for Jonas also.
Yeah.
So
All right. Thank you for being here with me, and thank you for the nice video. And I guess it's very interesting for a lot of people. And you can check Joose's Instagram, YouTube in the description, or here, somewhere here. And if you have any questions about his life, about my life, or just questions in general, just leave us a comment. We try to answer all of your questions. Yeah. Have a great day, and we will see you.
thanks for
Oh my
having
God.
me. Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
See you in
and
the next
See
video.
you in the next video. Goodbye. Perfect.
Nice.